16 personalities test. Aha. Yes. I have been, thinking about what I could do next, and I thought, hey, why not do a personality test? I heard that 16 personalities is a cool, uh, test to take, and I thought, hey, why not? I'm gonna try answering the questions as realistically as how do I say this? Should I say most accurately to what I would do or say or whatever, you know? Yeah. Anyway, again, so it's some probability we finally understood. Take a personality test and get a freakishly accurate description of who you are and why you do, and what, and why you do things the way you do. Take the test. Also, I might need to build a little bit of distance from mic to my head, because else it's gonna sound like I'm screaming the entire fucking time, and I do not want that. Complete the test. Be yourself and answer honestly to find out your personality type. View detailed results. Learn how your personality type influences many areas of your life. Unlock potential. Grow into the person you want to be with your optional premium profile. Anyway. You regularly make new friends. Depends on what you think is friends. Or new friends regularly. Depends, what are the parameters for this shit? So, make new friends in real life? Nah, haven't made new friends in real life since years. Many years, actually. Since basically 3 years? Yeah, I think. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Yeah, well, random. Yeah, kinda, but not that much. Seeing which other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Strongly disagree, man. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. When I'm already making a plan, I'm making fucking hundreds of plans. So yeah. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. Yeah. Anyway, that was my mom. As always, she needs to come in when I am basically recording. She's always coming into my room. She's really always coming into my room. It's anyway. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Definitely. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Depends. Well, normally, like in real life, for example, when I'm really working at something, definitely. But if I'm just, messing around with shit, I fuck around with basically everything. So I suppose neutral. You're very sentimental. No. You list organizing tools like schedules and lists. Yes, definitely. They help out a lot. Because for example, let's say you have a to-do list. You need it for, I don't know, let's say to know what you already have done, to save ideas, that's what I'm trying to do with the Discord, Discord server. I'm trying to order everything, so order is everywhere, and if there's not order somewhere, I'm gonna fucking make order. Anyway, even small mistakes cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yeah. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and starting up a conversation. Nope. You're not too interested in discussing various interpretations. Wait, you are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creation. I would say I disagree. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Well, depends on what matter, of course. If it's a matter of heart, then you should follow your heart. Well, not always, but you know what I mean, bro. Anyway. Am I? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say so. But on the other hand, I kind of am. Let's say something like this. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning at any particular. Yeah. Kind of, yes. Well, it depends on what. It's always hard with me. It always depends on what kind of situation am I in. Because I do various things very differently sometimes. For example, if I know that I'm gonna have to do this and that, I'm gonna do this and that. But if I think, hey, I can do what the fuck I want, I'm just gonna do what I fucking feel like. On days sometimes, like these, for example, I feel shit as fuck. Well, I have to go to school, so I'm gonna do that, obviously. Just because I'm feeling shit, I can't just, miss a fucking day and then feel even more shittier because I, wasn't there at school, and I'm gonna have to fucking, do all the bullshit that they did in school. I know, very vulgar terms today. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, kind of. You really worry that you make a good impression on people you meet. I think about it all the fucking time. If I'm meeting new people. You enjoy practicing in group activities. Participating. You look books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Kind of not. But I'm not entirely against it. I mean, it can also be a very good thing, but most of the time, not. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplishing things that who's coming off that helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Well, kind of neutral on that. Although, I mean, helping others accomplish things can be great. I mean, it's cool seeing something, I mean, you're helping them, so you're basically also accomplishing something? You're helping them with something? Isn't that an accomplishment? But comes more from helping others. I mean, I also like doing that, but not more. Let's say neutral to that, because it's pretty hard figuring all that out. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. Yeah, kind of yes, kind of no, but kind of leaning on the side. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. Yeah. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Normally, yes, but if nobody's doing the fucking work, I might have to take the leadership. You're definitely not an artistic type of person. It's hard just describing that. I mean, with writing poems, it is kind of artistic, right? But does that make me an artistic type of person in general? What is an artistic type of person? Philosophy with Keldron, yeah, sure. Might actually come back. Might actually come back with that one day in a video. Philosophy with Keldron, part 1. You definitely don't have to. Well, I suppose I have ideas a lot, but I'm not really good at executing them at all. because everything basically I try and draw, for example, ends up being absolute garbage shit. So I don't know. I suppose I'm an undecided, but I would say I kind of am. Doesn't matter. You think the world around you will replace it with more rationality and less on their feelings? Sometimes, yes, very much so. Especially if ignorant people, they just think that they're just feeling. Burden, please. Very philosophical topics here. Kinda, yes, often. You prefer to do your chores before. I'm a lazy ass motherfucker. But sometimes I very much do prefer doing my chores. But kinda no. I'm pretty lazy. On one side. You enjoy watching people argue. Depends if it's in a comedy movie. It's just all acted anyway. If two people I hate argue with each other, that'd be pretty fun. But generally not. I tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Well, I did make a channel and all, but in real life, yes. I try to be the fucking Assassin's Creed assassin of all time and just try to stealth my shit out of this, because I don't want to be fucking looked at. Your mood can change very quickly. Yet, especially if it's something to do with anger. But generally, yeah, that kind of. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. I wouldn't really say that, no. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Well, not maybe at the last possible, but definitely later, so kind of. You have been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Nothing much actually happens. If you just die, then you're basically dead. That's it. The people, like, I have been thinking about what will like, how do the people feel and know that they are dying at the moment? How does that, like, are like moments literally stretching out for them because they're dying and their mind is working extremely active at the moment? But I would say still disagree. But you just prefer to be around others than on your own. You become bored and lose interest when there are people around me that I really like, then this becomes way easier for me. But if there are people like, I don't know, strangers or people that I don't like, then it becomes hell. You become bored or lose interest when discussion gets highly theoretical. Of course not. Fucking philosophy, man. Like, in our school we have, we can decide whether we want to do religion or philosophy as lessons, bullshit. And I have, like, once of the first, when we first got that decision, I first picked religion, but later switched on to philosophy. Yeah, was definitely better choice to switch to philosophy. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. Nah, kind of not. You usually postpone, like, just mean that I can't empathize with them. Well, it depends on what you think of empathizing. I mean, it can be nice to them. That's, well, feeling what other people feel is only if I know what that feeling is, and I often very much know what that feeling is, because I've often run through that myself, so I know how that kind of thing feels. Yeah. This is going to get a long episode. But hey, I think it's going to be fun. Anyway, usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. Not really, actually. You really second guess the choice that you made. Bro, I'm often, very, very often, like, I'm literally thinking sometimes about things I did a week or two ago, or, I don't know, years ago, and, you know, I'm very often thinking again, wait, was that a right choice? Did I do something wrong? Oh, shit. After a long, exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Oh, hell no, that's the exact opposite of what I need. It only gets exhausting because of the lively, crowded events. You enjoy going to art museums. No, kind of not. But you don't necessarily hate it or something. I've just never really been to an art museum, and I don't see myself there anytime soon, really. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Depends on how they are as a person. I mean, I find it easier to empathize with someone who's actually nice than to empathize with someone who's like rude and all that. Yeah. But like understanding like why they are feeling it sometimes can be pretty hard. Like when people, for example, you know, they I can't describe it right now. Anyway, just discard what I just say. I just you know, it's sometimes hard. A little bit, yes, definitely. Oh, yeah, let's just leave it at that. You see, I'm already second guessing things. It's literally self-fulfilling prophecy. You'd like to have a to-do list for each day. Nah. Would be a bit too much for me. But to-do list for a week? Yeah, I already have that. Homework notebook, man. You rarely feel insecure. Anyways, you avoid making phone calls. Definitely. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. Spend a lot of time. Maybe I have a hard time understanding the views that are very different from my own. But I wouldn't say I'm necessarily spending a lot of time on that. Yeah, no. In your social circle, you're often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Anyway, if your plans are interrupted, your top priority is get back on track as soon as possible. Yes. When I'm recording a video, for example, my mom comes in, I just instantly want to continue my top priority, like get back on track as soon as possible. That's why I rarely, for example, when I work or something, I just rarely want to take breaks when I can, you know, doing homework or something. I'm not taking any breaks from fucking homework. No matter if it's fucking 2 hours long, 3 hours long, fucking 4 hours long even. You know. Yes, definitely. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. Definitely, which is very, very true. You really contemplate the reasons of human existence Not really. I think about philosophical topics quite often, actually. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Yeah, well, sometimes yes. Especially if I'm annoyed. I'm rarely, very, very rarely actually crying, for example. When was the last time I fucking cried? I don't know. But that doesn't mean that I can't feel bad or something. Yeah, anyway, sometimes, yes. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. Yeah, kinda. But on the other hand, like I'm trying to, but then I end up doing like the opposite kind of thing with that sometimes, and yeah, oh, that's complicated, man. People are fucking complicated. If there's one thing I can tell you after fucking years of living with other people, it's that they're fucking complicated. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized, consistent efforts. Kinda, yes, sometimes. I mean, sometimes it's just spontaneous things. Hey, actually, let's do that. For example, I just spontaneously thought, hey, I thought about it having like doing a personality test a few times ago. So why not do it on cam? Maybe you can get a bit of insight into my skull there. Not my actual skull, just, metaphorically speaking. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. Yes, true, sadly. Or should I say sadly? Is it a good thing? I don't know. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Well, always depends. If it's people that I really, really get well with, I would love to work with them. But if it's people that, like, they're just dickheads, then I would very much prefer to be alone. Kinda, yes. Do you believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time? Of course not. How can you think of that? I mean, I understand that some people might think it maybe a waste of time because it is, it has little practical use in daily elements, but in like I get so much. I don't know how to word this. God damn it. Basically, I think of it as a very fulfilling thing to think about, like various things, like even if they're very abstract or something, it can sometimes be very insightful and teach you very well a lesson in your life. Just even thinking about these kind of things. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than No, obviously, exactly the opposite. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Nah, kind of bad at reading that. You often feel overwhelmed. Not that often, but sometimes. You complete things methodically without skipping any other steps. Yes, true. If somebody says, do this, that, and then that, I do it in the exact same order, exactly as they said. No alterations to the plan, nothing skipping. Because, like, let's say even like that's why I would be a horrible cook, because I couldn't just change things without making them fall apart. Because like for me, you give me a plan to do and I do exactly that. If you tell me to fucking, I don't know, do the laundry on this and that setting, I will do exactly that. And at the exact time, I will be looking at the fucking clock for that bullshit. Yeah, a couple of things. Yes, definitely. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Yes. Like, for example, I've always been wondering, why do people, like, fear blood? I mean, it's just a part of your body, for example. So, why are they afraid of them? Or at least they are afraid of themselves, or what? Intrigued in a good or bad way. Yeah, I've also heard people using intrigued as a bad kind of way. Although it's mostly used in good connotation, I think. Anyway, label is controversial. Depends on what it is. If it's rape, definitely not. But if it's like, I don't know, a thing that... Excuse me, what the fuck is my mom doing there? Okay, so you can't probably I hope you can't hear it, but she's, I don't know, what the fuck is she doing? I don't know, there's another room. You hopefully can't hear it. She just, I don't know. It was a very loud noise for me. Anyway, let's continue. So you're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. Kinda, yeah. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. Yeah. I mean, if it's not that important to me, then why should I just take it away from somebody else? You struggle with deadlines. not really that much. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Depends on what it is. Yeah, I suppose, well, you feel confident that things will work out for you. Like, take for example, an exam. Um, am I confident that things will work out for me? Yes, and only if I'm really very, very, very confident on it, and if I know that I did a lot of things right, basically, yes, but, like, when I'm doing things, I don't know, confidence is basically not one of my strengths. So yeah, kind of not. Giving me a lot of things here, are you? Um, Neutral, male. I be mad though. Just as a thought, man. The students of the extra. You see that? See that bullshit? Real life me. Strange also we directly intuitive? Nature, this traits of things to cope with emotions. Thinking. Tactics. The phrase, what is prospecting? Okay, so I figured out what prospecting is. And prospecting is, trying to foresight everything, and judging seems to be, based on previous things to determine future things, This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities. Why is so accurate today? Copy of your results. Oh, sure. Yeah, wait a sec. So, architect personality looks more like Hitler. I mean, INTJ What's the difference? Yeah. Anyway, introduction. Thought constitutes the greatness of man. Man is a reed, the feeblest thing in nature. But he is a thinking reed. Can't read. Anyway, it can be lonely at the top as one of the rarest personality types, and one of the capable architects and TJ integers. No, I'm not a coder. I'm not a piece of code. Anyway, know this also well. Technically. Anyway, rational and quick-witted architects may struggle to find people who can couple with an analysis of everything around them. Yeah. Thus, for knowledge, these personalities can be both boldest of dreamers and the bitters of pessimists. Kind of both. You could say bittersweet. Architects believe that through willpower, intelligence, and they can achieve the most challenging of goals, which I do very much will think, yes. Through enough willpower and intelligence, you may definitely be able to, but they may be cynical about human nature more generally, assuming that most people are lazy and imaginative and simply doomed to mediocrity. Yeah, no. Yeah, yes, not. Not really. Architects derive much of their self-esteem from their knowledge and mental acuity. In school, people may have called bookworms or nerds, but rather than taking these labels as insults, many architects embrace them. They're confident in their ability to teach themselves about and master any topic that interests them, whether it's coding or Anyway, You're not entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your informed opinion. No one is entitled to be ignorant. Great quote there, buddy. Architects can be single-minded with little patience for frivolity. Next thing I'm gonna look up is frivolity. Okay, frivolity is a lack of seriousness, which I very much do hate. If people can't stay serious at all, when you're joking, it's all fine to not stay serious. Go for it, dude. But stay serious when it's needed. Seriously, it's gonna help you a lot. Or idle gossip. True. That said, it would be mistaken to stereotype these personalities as dull or humorless. Yes. Many architects are known for their irrelevant wit. I'm gonna look this shit up. These personalities are still humorless. Yeah, okay, so the reverent wit, like for having a lack of, let me pronounce this shit. Irreverent means that you have a lack of respect. Yeah. And beneath their serious exteriors, they often have a sharp, delightful, sarcastic sense of humor. Delightfully sarcastic sense of humor. Delightful. A word I use regularly often. Anyway, finding a better way. Architects question everything. True. Many personality types trust the status quo, relying on conventional wisdom and other people's expertise as they go about all their lives. But ever-skeptical architects prefer to make their own discoveries in their quest to find better ways of doing things. Very true. Very, very true. They aren't afraid to break the rules or risk disapproval. In fact, they rather enjoy it. He isn't? But as anyone with this personality type would tell you, a new idea isn't worth anything unless it actually works. Yeah, it kind of is. Architects want to be successful, not just inventive. Kind of true. They bring a single-minded drive to their own passionate projects, applying the full force of their insight, logic, and willpower. And heaven help anyone who tries to slow them down by enforcing pointless rules or offering poorly thought-out criticism. Yeah, true. Somebody stands in the way, we're gonna fuck him down. Architects, independent to the core, want to shake off other people's expectations and pursue their own ideas. As personality types come along with a strong independent streak, architects don't mind acting alone. Perhaps they don't like waiting around for others to catch up with them. They generally feel comfortable making decisions without asking for anyone else's input. Yes, very true. But not for me. Well, not maybe. I thought at first maybe yes, but actually, if I think about it, nah, not really for me. At times, this lone wolf behavior comes across as insensitive. True. As it fails to take into consideration other people's thoughts and desires and plans. Yeah, kind of true. Social frustrations. Architects are known for being warm and fuzzy. They tend to prioritize rationality and success over politeness and pleasantries. True. Of course, being polite can very much, be helpful. That was the word I was looking for. Anyway, in other words, they'd rather be right than popular. Yes, definitely, because popularity isn't gonna fucking use it's not gonna come to use when you're not right. When you're fucking wrong, you're just doing a fucking net negative as fuck. So yeah. This may explain why so many fictional villains are modeled on this personality type. Sorry? No. Because architects value truth and depth. Many common social practices, from small talk to white lies, may seem pointless or downright stupid to them. Which is true. Very true. I'm not gonna say that you look cool if you don't look cool. Like, if I make you a compliment, then I genuinely think that. I'm not just gonna say that just because fucking reasons. Because small talk, you know what small talk is for me? Small talk is bullshit for me. As a result, they may inadvertently come across as rude or even offensive when they're only trying to be honest. Yes. I've had a couple of experiences with that. At times, architects may wonder if dealing with other people is even worth the frustration. Yeah, sometimes I really wonder that. But like any personality type, architects do crave social interaction. Nah. They rather prefer to surround themselves with people who share their values and priorities. Well, actually, very, very true, yes. Often they can achieve this just by being themselves. When architects pursue their interests, their natural confidence can draw people to them, professionally, socially, and even romantically. Whatever you mean. The chess game of life. This personality type is full of contradictions. Architects are imaginative yet decisive, ambitious yet private, and curious yet focused. From the outside, these contradictions may seem baffling, but they make perfect sense once you understand the inner workings for the architect mind. Of the architect mind. Yeetus fetus. Wait. I accidentally spit on my monitor. This was not supposed to be happening. You fucking... Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. It's working out now. I got the spit away. Will you... Oh, okay. Awkward as shit, but hey. For architects, life is just a giant game of chess. Relying on strategy rather than chance, they contemplate the strength and weaknesses of others. For each move they make, that's very true. And they never lose faith that with enough ingenuity and insight, they can find a way to win, no matter what challenges might arise along the way. Yes. Friedrich Nietzsche, Michelle Obama, Elon Musk. Ah, yeah, my boy Elon Musk. Christopher Nolan, Vladimir Putin, Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah boy, Colin Powell, Samantha Power, Walter White, Heisenberg, Breaking Bad, Pietro Baelish, Littlefinger, Tywin Lannister, Jennifer Winterberg, Gandalf the Grey. Why? Professor Moriarty, Sherlock Holmes, Katniss Everdeen, 7 of 9, Star Trek Voyager. I have only seen Star Trek TNG, so Jay Gatsby, The Great Gatsby. Why? Strengths and weaknesses. Because we can. I'm just gonna read all of that through with you, and whether you like it or not, I'm gonna pull you through that. I mean, you can basically just stop watching if you don't like it that much, but I'm gonna read through all the bullshit. Architect int J strengths. Rationale. Architects pride themselves on their minds. For them, nearly any situation can become an opportunity to expand their knowledge and hone their rational thinking skills. Thanks to the... I can't read today. Like any other day, basically. Thanks to this mindset, they can devise inventive solutions to even the most arduous of problems. Arduous. Okay, boys, I found out what arduous means, and it means hard to accomplish, hard to achieve. So the most hardest of, the hardest of problems to solve. Informed. Few personality types are as devoted as architects for forming rational, evidence-based opinions, rather than hunches of half-baked assumptions. They base their conclusions on research and analysis. This gives them self-assurance when they need to stand up for their ideas, even in the face of disagreement. Independent. For these Somebody read this from me. For these personality types, conformity is more or less synonymous with mediocrity. Creative and self-motivated. Architects strive to do... Wait, let me read through the thing and wait. Yes, anyway. Creative and self-motivated. Architects strive to do things of their own way. They can imagine few things more frustrating than allowing rules or conventions to stand in the way of their success. Very true. Very, very true. Anything fucking stands my way, better get fucking out of the way. Nothing like fucking annoying, shitless rules or weird bullshit blocking my way. I can't fucking stand that. Determined. Architect personalities are ambitious and goal-oriented. Whenever an idea or pursuit captures their imagination, architects dedicate themselves to the mastery of the subject and gaining relevant skills. Very true. This is how I learned much of my English skills, was just, I actually had a lot of fun. I'm still learning the language, so yeah. I know. I mean, writing, for example, it has become it's a lot easier for me than actual talking free like this, because I don't know. I just can't talk, man. I'm just bad at it. Anyway, they tend to have clear visions of what it means to be them. Means for them to be successful, and few things that can deter them from turning these visions into reality. Deter them that can stop them from turning these visions into reality. Yeah. Anyway, curious. Architects are open to new ideas as long as those ideas are rational and evidence-based. Yes. Skeptical by nature, these personality types are especially drawn to offbeat or contrarian points of view. They are even open to changing their own opinions when the facts prove them wrong. Very true. If I'm fucking wrong at something, somebody proves me wrong, then I'm fucking wrong. But I can't say that I'm not wrong just because I don't feel like, and I know feeling, because it can't just say I'm not wrong just because I'm feeling like it. That didn't work, bro. Versatile. Architects love diving into all sorts of challenges. Their curiosity and determination can help people with personality types succeed in a wide range of endeavors. Yes. Anyway, arrogant. Architects might be knowledgeable, but they're not infallible. Their self-assurance can blind them to useful input from other people, especially to anyone they deem to be intellectually inferior. These personalities can also become needlessly harsh or single-minded in trying to prove others wrong. Well, I wouldn't say I'm arrogant, am I? Well, maybe I am, but I wouldn't say so, actually. Anyway, dismissals of emotions. For architects, rationality is king. Yeah, often. Very often. But emotional context often matters more than people with this personality type care to admit. Architects can get impatient with anyone who seems to value feelings more than facts. Unfortunately, ignoring emotion is its own type of bias, one that could cloud architect's judgment. Overly critical. These personalities tend to have a great deal of self-control, particularly when it comes to thoughts or feelings. When the people in their lives fail to match their level of restraint, architects can become scratchingly critical. Scathingly, not scratching. You fucking dumb ass, what are you reading there? I can become scathingly critical, but this criticism is often unfair, based on arbitrary standards rather than a full understanding of human nature. Might be true. Combative. These are hate blindly following anything without understanding why. Yes, very true. I literally need an explanation for even the most, base things, like for example in math. When do you do that? When do you do that? I can't just follow bullshit when I don't know, when I don't understand it fully. Why? You need to explain to me why, not just you do that just because, but you need to tell me why you do that. Why is that important? Why you need to do that? Because then I can figure things out on my own as well, rather than just saying, well, I need the teacher for this because I don't know what the fuck to do. That's why you need to understand everything in its entirety. Why? What's the reason? You get it. This includes restrictions authority figures impose them. Yes. I need to understand. I can't just follow a rule if I don't know why. What's its purpose? What is that role supposed to do? Why should I follow it? Is there any reason I should? If there is, okay. But if there's not, then get the fuck out of my sight. People with this person can cut off an argument about the useless rules. Arguing about useless rules? Oh man, I do that on a regular basis. But sometimes these battles are distractions from more important matters. Yeah, romantically clueless. Architects' relentless rationality can lead them to be frustrated by romance, especially in the early stages of a relationship. They may struggle to understand what's going on and how to behave. Yeah. Humans are weirdly complicated. And if the relationship fall apart for a reason they don't understand, they become cynical about matters of the heart, even questioning the importance of love and connection. Well, romantic relationship. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fine chapter, isn't it? Bertrand Russell said, "Of all forms of caution, caution, and love is perhaps the most fatal to true happiness." I get the point what he's trying to say. People with architect NJ personality type approach romance with the way that they do most challenges, strategically, with clear-cut goals and plan for reaching them. Because how else are you supposed to approach that? I mean, for example, if you want to impress someone, say, just an example, okay, then you're gonna need a fucking plan, right? Like, you just can't do, like, what do you do? Like, I'm gonna do something impressive, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, you just don't do shit, just, there you go, pal. Even if it's a very, like, even if you made that plan up in seconds, you're at least gonna have some kind of fucking plan. Even if it's a spontaneous thing. For example, in a purely rational world, this approach would be foolproof. Yes. Alas, it ignores important factors that architects sometimes dismiss, such as unpredictability of human nature and affection. Yes. For these personalities, finding a compatible partner can be particularly a challenge. Rarely satisfied with things as they are, architects are always developing in a world of their minds that in their minds that are more perfect than reality. Other people entering their world needs to fit this fantasy in some way, but if architects' expectations and ideals for a partner are unrealistic, then no real person will be able to fulfill them in every way. God fucking, why you always be so fucking true? That's fine. The rights of free dating. Architects care about the depth and intelligence. They insist on honest, open communication. Yes. Yes, open communication. Communication is the key for literally everything. If you can communicate, for example, with your community, by the way, guess what I'm saying? Communicate with your community. Like, talk with, people that you like. For them, a relationship that isn't founded on these values is hardly worth pursuing. Yes. If you can't be open, open and honest with your partner, then what else? Then literally, how do you make a relationship if you're not honest and open in your communication? Like, if you can't tell them, everything that, well, maybe, perhaps not literally every single thing, maybe, yes, but, tell them, things that, I don't know, other people would find weird without them freaking out, then, why would you want a relationship where you can't just openly communicate and be honest with them? I mean, a relationship is basically built out of honesty and open communication, in some of its parts. Or it's a big part of that, you know what I mean. Anyway, it might not come as a surprise then that the social niceties, obscure etiquette of dating can seem very useless or even insulting to architect personality types. Yes, I don't want you to tell me that, I don't know, I look good when I absolutely look shit. Just tell me I look shit then, okay? If I look shit, then tell me I look shit. I don't care. Rather that than people lying to me and telling, hey, you look good today. And then actually they think the exact opposite. Dude, if you it's insulting to me to just lie to me because it gives me the feeling that you can't openly communicate with me and how I fucking look. It's just an example, if you can't tell me shit, what do you really think, then this is not fucking worth pursuing anyway. If you can't tell me that, for example, you don't like what I'm doing, then, Like, I don't want people just saying things like, for example, I don't know, very cool thing you did there, when in actuality they think, I don't give a shit, bro. Just be honest with me, okay? Like, rather honest than telling me lies about how good I was. Okay, I don't want that. I don't want false fucking praise or something. I don't want that. Praise should be like honest and all that. You know what I mean? Let me blow my nose for a sec. Okay, blew my nose. And now I'm ready to continue reading. You might have seen this course that is social analysis, obscurities, blah blah blah. So yeah, but many of these conventions exist for a reason. To help an inherently unpredictable situation seem a little less daunting. Wait. Oh, okay, I understand the sentence now. But how would that help? Like, you can't just... Might help a situation. Yeah, but you're fucking lying to them. It's fucking bad. You can't tell people that, you know... I don't know, you can't say to someone, I like you, when in actuality you think I fucking hate you. You can't do that. It's just, no. Fuck no. Be fucking honest. You don't fucking lie to people. And to help in her, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, if architects refuse to play along, they may find the dating world difficult, if not impossible. AKA my father. Anyways, architects often learn the ways of love are hard to describe in a spreadsheet. Okay, I thought I just heard something. Anyway, yeah, it's ways of love. Humanity hasn't figured out that. As they mature and gain experience, many architects eventually become to understand the purpose of romantic rituals. Until that point, however, they may decide that dating is too rational or beneath them. Some people with this personality type might constantly try to demonstrate the intellectual superiority as a way of proving that they're above the silliness of dating. Obviously, this mindset is unlikely to help architects find or connect with a partner. Yeah, well, it's supposed to do the opposite. Well, not supposed to do the opposite. It's supposed to, to just try to not, get sad about you. You just try to, avert your sadness from that because, it's hard to explain this to people, man. Fucking hell. Anyway, sometimes architects' best strategy is to focus on what they enjoy rather than struggle against the rules of dating. Ironically, people with personalities are often most attractive when they're... Wait, I need to read this again. My fucking brain isn't built for that shit. It's fucking... Wait, how late is it? Oh yeah, great. 8 p.m. and I'm fucking recording a video. Well, it's not even 8 p.m. It's almost 9 p.m. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, anyway. Sorry. What is happening in this video? Anyway, sometimes architects' best strategy is to focus on what they enjoy rather than struggle against the rules of dating. Yeah, anyway. Ironically, people with this personality are often most attractive when they aren't trying to be. Wait, what? I need to read this again. Wait, focus on what they... What? Just doing what they do best, pursuing the interests that light them up, can help the confidence and intelligence shine. Whatever the fuck you mean, man. Emotion sickness. Architects' personalities are known for conventional shows of romance, such as sending flowers or writing mushy notes. Be direct. Most architects spend more time thinking about love than expressing it. Yeah, anyway. But when they believe that a relationship has potential, architects can give it all give it their all. Working to maintain stability and ensure their partner's long-term satisfaction. Wait. Stability and... anyway. And by using that imagination, people with this personality can find meaningful, if unexpected, ways to share their affection. Architects seek strong, meaningful relationships. They use their own knowledge and logic to help ensure that their partner is satisfied. Yes. If I had a fucking girlfriend, and I don't, by the way, because, I don't know, nobody fucking likes me. But this getting too personal, is it? Actually seek strong, meaningful relationships. Yes, if I had a girlfriend, you know, like, what is a girlfriend, like, boyfriend-girlfriend relationship if it's not a strong relationship? If it's just, like, yeah, just friends, then it's basically not boyfriend-girlfriend kind of thing. I don't know, it's whenever I'm trying to, like, in my head, what I want to say, what I want to say, it sounds right, but when I actually try to say it, it sounds awfully weird and bullshitty. But those are the ways of mine. You gotta fucking live with that. Anyway, that said, emotions may still feel like a second language to these personalities. Yes, because emotions are fucking hard to read sometimes. Rather than getting to the core of the relationship conflicts. Bro. Architects might treat them as puzzles to be solved, an approach that isn't always successful. Yeah. Kinda. When the partner shares so strong feelings, architects might shut down. Shares strong? Or they may be tempted to analyze the situation rather than simply listening and offering support. Yeah, but if you're not analyzing it, how the fuck are you supposed to know whether you can offer your support or not? Because if you're not listening, you can analyze it, but I do all of that at the same time. I just analyze it, process in my brain. Listening, of course, is the first thing. Then analyzing. Like, that's how you do. Just listen, analyze. Like, while you're listening, you're trying to analyze these kind of things and what connotation they have in what circumstances, and hundreds of different parameters are here. And then you can say, if you can, like, then you of course offer support if possible. You can't just offer support to, I don't know, someone died. I can't make them go alive again. I just can't revive them or rejuvenate them. Like, shit is easy, man. But I can offer my emotional support to them, I guess. I'm not good at that, so yeah. Anyway, for architects, becoming comfortable with their partner's emotions and their own can take more than a little practice. Probably. Love is rarely easy. Oh, rarely easy, okay, yeah. But it's a challenge that can keep architects grow. Through their relationship, architects need to learn to focus on present and get in touch with their emotions, remain involved with other people, and stay open to things that they're not used to. For personality type, so intent and self-development, these opportunities can make love even more satisfying. Friendships. How many categories? Oh my god, we're basically almost halfway there. A friend to all is a friend to none. Aristoteles, or Aristotle, whatever. You are a fucking genius. Sharp-witted and darkly funny. Architects INTJS, or aren't everyone's cup of tea. Why is it cup of tea? Is it to play on me? It was a rhyme. But that was pretty grime. And that was another rhyme, I know. I'm okay with that. For the most part, people with this personality are on the sense of being popular. I'm not really trying to be popular. That's not what I set out for. I mean, what my main cause was trying to, entertain people, but if I get popular on the way of that, okay, that's a side effect, but I didn't set out on being popular. Anyway, they don't spend their time and energy on just anyone, and they can be difficult to get to know. Yes. I suppose I just don't you know, spend my time with anyone just because, I don't know, just because I can. Like, no, this sounds wrong again. What am I trying to say with this? So like, I don't just spend time on just anyone, just because I want to spend time with someone. If I don't know, ask someone to spend time with me, I just want them to spend I want them to spend time with me. This sounds weird again. Just you know what, screwed. But this doesn't mean that architects are antisocial or friendless. Well, I am antisocial. Yes. Over the internet, I say, well, not that much friendless. Like on a scale from friendless to say that, but in like real life, yeah, kind of this biggie, kind of this big on that. In fact, few things are more exhilarating to architect personalities than the spark they feel when they connect with someone who really gets them. Yes. The search for an equal. Yes, the search for an equal. Architects. Okay, I'm not gonna Dracula read all this shit. I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna. Okay, one sentence, okay? Architects and their strong opinions about what works, what doesn't, and what they're looking for, and what they're not. Anyway, this mindset gives them a clear picture of what they expect from their social lives and friends. It can also lead them to reject anyone who doesn't seem to meet these expectations. From inside, these people with this personality may seem dismissive, but they would say that just being decisive. Yeah, kinda. In friendship, architects are looking for an intellectual equal as much as anything else. These personalities crave mental stimulation, a stimulus. Reading is hard. These personalities crave mental stimulation. Oh my god, it's not a fucking hard word. And they can become bored by anyone who can't keep all of the focus of their mind. Architects need to share their expensive ideas. Making small talk is something they typically avoid. Yes, definitely. Architects care about depth and quality. Yes. They'd rather have just a few good friends than a large circle of acquaintances. Yes, 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 yes. Because few good friends, like very deep friends, can help. Like, or I value way more than just a large circle of just acquaintances. You know, if you have many good friends, then that's fucking awesome as hell. Not judging that, but if I had to decide a large circle of acquaintances, that's all I have, or a few good friends, that's all I have. Few good friends, because you can connect with them more. Just you can just talk with them more than a large circle of acquaintances that you barely even know and that you barely even get in touch with and all that, and who barely know you as well. You know. In their friendship, as in any other aspects of their lives, architects prize independence. Social obligations can feel sorry. Fucking burping because I don't know why. Obligations can feel stifling. Stifling. To people with this personality type, architects don't want to feel beholden to their friends, and they don't want their friends to feel beholden to them. Gonna search this up. Oh, so beholden means something like I'm indebted, like I'm in your debt, you know. Anyway. Yeah. For them, an ideal friendship is a low drama based on mutual respect rather than obligation. True. Of course, any friendship will have its dramatic moments. When sensitive or emotional situations arise, architects may feel out on their own depth. May feel out of their depth. Architects may feel out of their depth. Wasn't so hard to read now, was it? Even with their closest friends, these personalities must struggle to offer comfort. Or receive it. Yes. Architects are used to feeling knowledgeable and capable. On the sudden, clueless cluelessness can be disorienting. Yeah, it's really disorienting. A unique friendship. It's not always easy to befriend an architect. You know, people with this plenty have a little patience for socials. Yeah, true. Kind of very true. Instead, they look for friends who value intellect, honesty, and self-improvement. They may become bored and irritated by anyone who falls short of this mark. Fortunately, anyone who does share these qualities is likely to appreciate the architects as well. Awesome. Among friends whom they know and respect, architects have no trouble relaxing and being themselves. The sarcasm and witty banter may not be for everyone, especially people who struggle to read between the lines. Reading. Struggle with reading. Well, I don't really struggle with reading, I just struggle with reading out loud. Like, when I'm reading things to myself, all fine, okay. But when I start reading things out loud, suddenly, I don't know, I get a fucking seizure. I literally get a fucking ecto-seizure of that. And my mouth just spasms all over. This is how I feel. Anyway, among friends that I know and respect, architects have no trouble relaxing and being themselves. True. The sarcasm and witty banter may not be for everyone, especially people who struggle between the lines. But architects remember that true friends with candor and insight, along with these endless supply of fascinating stories, ideas, and conversations. I have a whole lot of fucking ideas. Like, I have so many fucking ideas for stories and whatnot. I'm a fucking encyclopedia of creativity on that. Well, I'm not trying to self-praise myself on that. I just want to say that I have a lot of ideas. Children must be taught how to think, not what to think. Yes, Margaret Mead. Very true. Architects, anti-J, blah, I'm just not gonna read this out every fucking time, are known for their rationality and self-control, and they may be bemused by anyone who doesn't share these strengths. For example, children, parenting may not come easily to these personalities, requiring them more to master new skills. Sorry. Increase their cognitive flexibility. Fortunately, architects are pretty much always up for a challenge, and for architects who choose to have children, a few challenges might not be as meaningful as parenthood. Whatever. An honest connection. Architects want their children to grow up and capable of self-reliant and with clear interests and strong critical thinking skills. Rather than enforce pointless rules, they look for age-appropriate ways to foster their children's independence. That's not what to say that parents with this personality type are lenient, far from it. They expect their children to use their freedom as responsibility. Yes. I guess. I have no idea. Some personality types may shelter from their children. Difficult is not a difficult word. Just by the way, from difficult subjects. But architects' parents are typically believe that knowledge is far better than ignorance. Yes, knowledge is the key. Ignorance is absolute garbage shit. That's what caused fucking world wars, man. Or, well, not world wars necessarily, but definitely wars. Anyway, for them, candor is a way of showing respect, and shielding their children from reality would be a disservice. Yes, it is. You can't just shield your fucking children from how reality is. If reality is how it is, then you fucking present them this reality because it's, well, reality. You want them to get prepared for fucking life? Present them reality. Anyway. Of course, the success of this approach depends on architects' abilities to correctly gauge their children's readiness for these hard truths. Yeah. People suck sometimes. The chaos of emotions. Compared to the other personality types, architects are... Maybe I should just stop reading, but I've read all this way to here, so I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. Unless this fucking thing is done. Architects aren't especially comfortable with this place of affection. I'm very, I wouldn't say I'm, I suck at expressing, for example, thankfulness or something. I don't know, I can barely even show it to someone because, I don't know, for example, like, for me it's very, very hard to show my emotions to anyone, to make them, know that, for example, I thank them or something. So it's just, all I can, like, I can just try to say it, but I don't know how to, thank them with that much, because everyone has their own ways of appreciation, and I don't know how to say it to them. So all I can say is just thanks, Anyway, showering someone with love, praise, and affection can feel unnatural to them, even that someone is their own child. But children need cuddling and other expressions of love, particularly during their younger years. As a result, architects' parents may need to expand their emotional comfort zone in order to show their children how much they are loved. Yes. For example, if I was I was showered with love and praise and affection, the fuck? I don't even know what I would feel that way. Parents of personality type is offering emotional support. Architects take pride in being in the command of their own feelings, and they might expect their children to be able to do the same. Yeah, this expectation is reasonable. Emotions may be confusing at times, chaotic, but they're perfectly normal. And children need validation and support in order to navigate them. Architects are the best when they can develop a plan to solve problems or route to I still have a cold, man, after all these fucking weeks. God, fuck, just let me read something. Anyway, most of the big confusing types are chaotic, but they're perfectly normal. And it's the best when they can develop a plan to solve problems, root cause. Yeah, but sometimes the best solution is a kid problem is just sitting with them as they explore their feelings. Yeah. Anyway, preparing for life's challenges. Architects try to make sure that their children are prepared to deal with anything that life throws at them. Parents with this personality can reframe problems and opportunities for personal growth, inspiring their children to develop their own style of rational thinking and problem solving. Other time, architects' children can apply to these skills to increasingly complex situations, building their confidence as they grow. Every parent has a different degree of that child's future ability, so they can use the risk of it. I don't know. Who knows what mine is what their problems. And if the time comes, help their own children do the same. Architects understand that this can't happen if they protect their children from every difficult or unpleasant thing in life. But their hope is that if they give their children the right tools, they won't have to. Career paths. One never notices that what has been done. One can only see what remains to be done. And if one didn't like the work, it would be very discouraging. Yeah, I suppose. Pretty true, actually. Anyway. Professional know-how is often, architects, shine most brilliantly. But these personalities won't settle for just any career. They want to tackle meaningful challenges and find elegant solutions to important problems, not just thinkers with figures in a spreadsheet. Don't just tinker with figures in a spreadsheet. Our architects also want the freedom to exercise their greatest strengths. Few personality types, if any, can match the ability to transform complex principles into clear, actionable strategies. Architects know how. Architects know how much they have to offer in their professional lives, and for them, any job that fails to draw on their skills and knowledge is a wasted opportunity. Well, not really every, in my opinion. Like for my life, In early career blues, starting out at the bottom of the career ladder can be frustrating for architects. Early in their professional lives, they may be settled on with easy routine tasks that bore them half to death. People with this personality type room with creative, out-of-the-box ideas. But with that disdain, I can't read. Disdain for schmoozing and workplace politics, they may struggle to earn the favor of the bosses or colleagues. The good news is that over time, architects can develop their abilities into track record, so effective that it can't be ignored. Even when the people around them fall prey to groupthink, architect personalities can cut through the noise and figure out the true cause of a problem, and then fix it. Their competence gives them an advantage. As long as they don't alienate their co-workers, architects can advance in their careers and gain independence. They need to see the ideas through. Reading. Finding their place. Some personalities, types are drawn to jobs that require non-stop teamwork and interaction. But architects tend to prefer lone wolf positions. By working alone in small groups, yes. I don't know if I could work in a very large group. That'd be pretty fucking hard. Because you need to know all the people in that. It's gonna get awkward if you don't know everyone. Way too confusing. Way too many people. I mean, like, if you work in two big groups, like small groups, yeah, it depends. Anyway, think maybe most of that creativity without constant interruptions from curious co-workers or second-guessing Anyway, from curious co-workers or second-guessing propositions. Architects do really believe that if you want something done, you better do it yourself. Yes, sometimes, very much so, because if I explain to someone what I want to do, they're probably not going to get it anyway because I suck at explaining things. And they're probably going to be like, what the fuck do you even want from me? And I'm like, yeah, I want it this and this way. And they're like, what the fuck do you mean? The other side of that coin is that architects have no respect for anyone who gets ahead based on networking or nepotism rather than merit. People with this personality type value resourcefulness, grit, insight, commitment in themselves and others. They believe that everyone should get their work done to the highest possible standards. Well, true. So if a social butterfly at work breezes through without carrying their own weight, architects may feel called to use their ingenuity to bring that person back down to earth. True. If someone acts fucking arrogant, they better get down to fucking earth again. Ever greater challenges. Architects' personality types demand progress and evolution. Yes. For example, if I want my skills to improve, I want my progress, man. If I don't get progress on enough time, I get fucking angry. I'd love to explore new ideas. As this career's progress, they may be drawn to positions that allow them to influence the company and organization's overall strength. And many architects pursue low profile but influential roles as project managers, system engineers, marketing strategists, system analysts, and military strategist. Strategist. Weird as fuck, but hey, that's me. Architects view a combination of intelligent approaches and hard work as the road to excellence. Excellence. The truth of that, architects can excel in just about any role. Some careers with a strong social components such as sales or human resources might not seem as obvious fits. Yes, definitely not, because talking with other people, like in real life, please no. But fortunately, architects know how to look beyond the obvious. These personalities have the creativity and vision to make important contributions in any workplace, and these skills certainly give them a leg up if they choose to start their own business. Workplace habits. What architects want, whenever they want, maybe in their careers, is to pursue their professional goals according to their own standards. If any personality type has high enough standards for themselves, it's almost certainly architects. In theory, this attitude makes a model employee or co-worker. Makes for a model employee or co-worker. And in many ways, architects are exactly that. But in some personality types may find it challenging to work with architects, as architects may be harsh or dismissive toward people they don't respect, and unfortunately, losing the respect can be all too if In particular, they have little time for co-workers who prioritize convenience over innovation and socializing over success. You can't just, socialize, like, for example, go on a fucking party without doing anything. Like, you just can't, like, first of all, I wouldn't go to a party because I am so antisocial, as evidenced by this meter, which is, I think, probably the most accurate personality test that I think I've done. Well, I only have done this personality test. So, yeah, but it is extremely accurate in its, in the parameter of introvertedness. Anyway. Yeah, okay. Architects are known for their independence. Even in entry-level jobs, they may achieve anyone who tries to limit their freedom. The worst nightmare would be a micromanaging boss who monopolizes their time with pointless meetings and insists on useless rules and appraises employees' performance based on how likable they seem rather than their actual merits. Yes. Titles in Little to Architects. Yes. Fucking teacher. Pfft. They're spouting bullshit. They get corrected. Sorry, bro, but I like, you can't just. It's not okay to. When they spout bullshit, I spout bullshit too. Okay, or I spout back bullshit, or you just put bullshit back on ground. I don't know how to say that. When the sort of refer to a manager they don't respect, yeah. They would also find it difficult to restrain themselves from offering the bosses feedback and criticism, and approach to that. Depending on the boss can backfire. But maybe if they are architects too, they might seem, hey, you're actually very reasonable. And it may seem, hey, well, I have been wrong. True. Thank you for correcting me. See? That's how it works out. But not always. In the real world, not all bosses are as logical or open-minded as architects may prefer. But that doesn't mean that people with this personality type should allow less than ideal manager to hold them back. Architects may need useful for their creativity and ingenuity to expand their responsibilities and develop their expertise, even if they don't have the independence they crave to do this. They may need priorities building a productive and respectful relationship with their manager, no matter how far from perfect that may be. Architect colleagues. A few architects choose jobs that require constant teamwork or social interaction. Due to these personalities, most team building techniques and group meetings are a waste of time. And chit-chat, gossip, office politics, well, those can be nothing short of a workplace plagues. Yes. True. Many architects would rather not work alone than be slowed down by anyone who isn't as focused as they are. Yes. I can't, like, for example, when we are group projects, I sometimes have to work with people that are completely off the fucking line and who have, like, absolutely no fucking work right in front of them. I do all, like, last group project I did all the fucking work. I did literally everything. Without exception, I did literally, I wrote every fucking word I had, like, we had to do. And the rest of my group was just like, yeah, anyway, don't really care about that. And I did all the fucking work for that. Like, people, it's a fucking group project. If we already are so unlucky to get thrown together as a fucking group, then we should at least fucking try and do something, you know? Just saying. Yeah, anyway. Fortunately, perfectionism and resolve often enable them to produce effect. Fortunately, their perfectionism and resolve often enables them to produce effective results even without the help of others. That's not to say that architects can't work with others. In fact, they may achieve some of the greatest success this way. Their capability and reliability can make them excellent collaborators. People with this personality type may enjoy may never enjoy pairing up with coworkers who get hung up on the work details or otherwise respect or can't otherwise earn their respect. But in some of the company of a small group and trusted colleagues, architects' brainstorming sessions may become even more electric. Yes. Though they may be surprised to hear it, architects can make great leaders. In the workplace, they rarely throw around their authority just to prove that they're in charge. Instead, they look for ways to promote the innovations and effectiveness. Yes, because you'll see, look, if you fucking stomp on your workers, like if you stomp on your employees, your employees are gonna stomp back on you. Not directly, but the thing is that they're automatically gonna work less or not gonna work as hard on things. That is mostly because they are they feel bad or something, but they do this unconsciously, but it will definitely backfire. So even just being nice and polite to your coworkers and not just stomping on them can make them feel would have benefits for them as well as for you. So in general, just be nice to them, because it's not gonna have any fucking use just stomping on them for no fucking apparent reason, just to say you're in charge because you're a fucking dickhead. Just no, okay. Anyway, even that means breaking with established hierarchies. Skip this. Some managers might enjoy being being pandered to, but architects' personalities would rather be successful than constantly validated. Yes, true. Generally speaking, architects prefer to treat those who work for them as equals. Yes, I couldn't work on a fucking job where the fucking manager's like, yeah, I'm above you, bitch. So you better fucking shut up because I'm right. Just although factually I'm fucking wrong, I'm right. Okay, that doesn't work out. I'd be fucking out of there in no fucking time. How many times have I sworn this episode now? Fuck. Now I have sworn one more fucking time, huh? Another time. See where this is going? Anyway, those are equals rather than micromanaging. Aim they aim to direct broader strategies while letting other people handle day-to-day activities. Let's also say that they're completely hands-off, however. Architects' bosses want to know exactly what's going on and when. Yes, and when they're always ready to drill into any level of detail necessary. Yes. These managers respect and reward proactive behavior, delegating responsibilities to employees with the strongest critical thinking skills. But this freedom isn't just granted, it's required. Employees who struggle to direct themselves, who just want to be told what to do, may have a hard time meeting architect standards. Anyone who tries to cover them up bad results with can't read. And anyone who tries to cover up bad results with flattery excuses is likely to be disappointed. Yes, those strategies rarely work with architect personalities, because if you work a shit, then you work a shit. If you just say, if I had an employee that just did a fucking shit result, I wouldn't fucking care if they were nice to me or just try to, yeah, boss, I love you so much and all that. I don't fucking care. Look, the thing is that on work, we're on fucking work, okay? And if you don't get me fucking fine results, then you're fucking out. It's always cool to have some niceties, but you can't just cover up things with fucking flattery. That just makes more of like, you're even trying to excuse it with that. If we at least see your errors, and not cover it up and say, yes, I did these and these things, next time they will not happen. Okay, everyone makes mistakes, but don't try to cover them up. Don't. General, no. You just don't do that, okay? No escape from patterns and systems. No exits. Nothing and no one resides outside a system. That's the way it is. True. Armed with powerful intellect And strategic minds, architects, yeah, anyway, can outmaneuver obstacles that seem unbeatable to most. But their strength, when misunderstood, can turn into weaknesses and keep them from reaching their full potential. Those misunderstandings end here. And what you have read so far is just an introduction. We have a great deal more to tell you about the architect type personality. In reading through the personality type, you probably will hit a point. You probably hit a tipping point. You went from trademark architect skepticism to wait, what? Maybe you're a little uncomfortable because you're not used to being understood, even by people the closest to you. Yeah. About that, people understanding me. Yeah, no, kind of not. Well, I am kind of like, way, but like I'm actually pretty astounded. Like, how do like it's pretty accurate so far. Like for the most type, I was like, yeah, that's actually very, very, very accurate. Anyway, chances are you've accepted this as a part of you, who you are, and maybe even grow proud of it. But embracing that disconnect isn't a requirement of architects. It's a misused defense mechanism, leading you down a lonely, inefficient path. Gaining insight into yourself and others is so much more rewarding and effective. At 16 personalities, we spent years at blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. What is this bullshit? May I know? Cynical. Yeah. Couldn't know that I did about most of all the most data-loving personality type that ever questioning architect. But the intriguing overview you just read so far is only 5%. Yes, we actually measured it. The of the information we have about your personality type. The deepest knowledge is still ahead. Getting more accurate. Personality types by average teacher. Testing survey details of close and fruitful. Reality special knowledge. .96% of our architects read what we write. Yes, no gimmicks and no catch. Keep reading and we'll explain. Just sort of. Fences. No catch. Oh, let me guess. Payment? Ah, haha, I knew it. You fuckers. Risk-free money-back guarantee. Sure. See, I knew this was going down to fucking... I saw the fucking premium profile up there, and I thought, hey, this is gonna get fucking payment, eh? Anyway. I do very much think that, this is a pretty cool, thing. A lot of things, like, most of the things actually were very, very accurate on my personality. Some things were a bit, opposite or different, but most of the shit was pretty right. Because you see, facts have a lot more value than emotions, because, say, the thing is that, for example, I do my personal mod ratings, you know? These rely on emotion because I can't give facts on them since I have too little experience with facts, so I try to give my own opinion on this. With opinion is about feelings, emotions, kind of, yes, you know, you get what I mean, right? But when working with real problems in, like, I don't know, your work, you definitely want facts, because opinions are gonna get very little, except of course they're made by very very experts in that field, which I'm not. I'm not an expert in rhythm games and so on, so I do not say that my opinion is entitled enough to say it's an objective opinion, because it is not. It is just a subjective opinion of my personal feelings that I had about playing the mod, you know? And as opposed to give people feedback, to help improve on further mods. Anyway, I have recorded again for a long time, and I am done. Reading has really been reading and talking. Well, talking isn't as bad, but fucking reading shit out loud, that's fucking hard. Anyway, I'll see you next time, and have a great day.